Hello, I'm Sarah Smith, and I'm going to show you a really simple, flawless summer look today. And all my makeup is going to come from one compact. It sounds like a magic trick, but these products are all from Seint, and they are in this palette that is customized to my needs. So if you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you click that bell so you don't miss any of my tutorials where I show you tips and tricks on how to use different beauty products as well as skincare. So before I get into this makeup, if at any point you are interested in these products and getting started and getting color matched, you can just comment color match in the comment section, and then I will send you my color match form. It's easy, it's fast, and then I'm going to send you an email and then recommend the best products for your skin tone, your makeup needs, as well as your budget. So we're going to do a full face of makeup, including eyeshadow, and I'm going to show you how you can do your makeup in a matter of minutes. Everything's in one place, and then we're really just using one brush. Check it out. So the first thing I'm going to do to achieve that effortless summer glow is I'm going to take a little bit of my cream bronzer. This is in the shade Bella, and I'm just going to take a brush. So this is the blush and bronzer brush, and I'm just going to tap into Bella bronzer, and I'm just going to apply my bronzer. It doesn't have to look perfect. I'm just going to put it in the high points of my face, and you can go as aggressive as you want. I'm also going to apply a little bit on the top of my cheekbones right there. And then I'm going to take my sunscreen, and I'm just going to apply my sunscreen all over. So I love this brand Supergoop. This is their GLOWSCREEN. So it's an SPF 40. So I'm going to take this, put on my fingers, and I'm just going to move it all around, and then it's going to give me a nice tinted moisturized glow. So the beauty in that little trick is it already has given me a nice base to work with my foundation. I have sunscreen on, and then you have control using that bronzer so you can control how bronzed you want to look. So I love a good sunless tanner on my face, but sometimes with as fair as I am, it can get a little bit splotchy. So this is my little trick where I can do a sunless tanner base to my makeup in a matter of seconds. So I'm going to apply my makeup out of this one compact, and my 3D foundation is right here. So these three colors combined in a strategically placed layer on my face are going to equal my 3D foundation. So it's all cream. So it's really gonna let your skin be luminous and glow and let it shine, but you're still gonna get that coverage that looks nice and radiant. So there's no right or wrong order to add these three products on your face. I'm just going to show you one way that I like to do for a simple look. And this is why you would want to get color matched by me. So I would match you to your three perfect colors that would match with your skin tone and the coverage that you are looking for. I'm going to first go into my contour. So that's going to give me coverage because it's part of our foundation, but it's also going to emphasize that natural dimension on my face. So I'm going to tap this brush. This is the 3D brush. I'm using the bunny end tail. I'm going to pick up some of that cream product and apply it on my face just where I want to emphasize that natural dimension. Did 4 lines of contour. Lines 1 and 2 are in the cheekbone where it starts and stops. You can feel that bone there. Line 3 is temple to temple along the hairline, and line 4 is along the jawline just to keep it nice and chiseled. I'm wearing this shade Olive in my contour, and you can see because it's cream, it blended really well, and that brush did an amazing job. I'm going to move to my main highlight. This is also cream. It's going to move with your skin and give you gorgeous coverage. I'm wearing the shade Athens, and I'm just going to take that same end of that 3D brush. I'm going to tap into it and just start to fill in the gaps where I need and want coverage. So it may be different for you, but just watch and see where I apply mine. You're going to notice I don't put it on top of where I have my contour. So I apply my main highlight in the middle of my forehead, on my nose, around my nose, and around my chin. So because I dipped my brush into it and I strategically applied it in one layer, I'm using a lot less product. So our makeup comes in this tin, and that tin of makeup is supposed to last you 3 to 4 months because you don't need a lot. It's highly pigmented. A little goes a long way. The less you use, the better your makeup is going to look, and the longer it's going to last throughout the day. I'm going to show you my little trick on how I take care of my under eye area. I get asked a lot of questions about how to address dark circles underneath the eyes and bags. That can vary based on the sleep you're getting, your hormones, how you're feeling, and all of that. So I have a little bit of darkness underneath my eyes, especially in the inner corner and outer corner, and we're gonna fix that. I've taken my little secret and I put it on this eye. So if you compare this eye to this eye, there is a difference. I don't have that darkness, and I'm not even wearing a concealer. So my little trick is this product. So this is one of our Demi Color Correctors, and this is in the shade 03, O as in orange. And so if you go on the color wheel and you see the color blue, like I've got dark blue on the inner corner and outer corner of my eye, you go to the opposite side of the color wheel, you're gonna get orange. So if you apply a product that has orange in it, it's gonna cancel out the blue. A little tricky sometimes with the color science, but all you need to know is I can help you one-on-one based on the depth of color you have. You might need a different shade, but I just take this brush. You can take any fluffy end brush. This is our spot brush, and then I tap into 03 and I'm gonna focus it very, very lightly. This is extremely highly pigmented cream, and I'm just gonna apply the lightest amount of 03 where I have that darkness. Then I have a little bit of excess, so I'm just gonna fan it out just like so, and that's going to color correct so that dark blue doesn't come through. So when I put a lighter shade to brighten underneath the eye, that darkness is gonna be taken care of. Another benefit in using that Demi Color Corrector is the way it is formulated. You are not going to emphasize texture underneath the eye. So if you have some fine lines or wrinkles, you're going to really help address that darkness without emphasizing lines. I'm going to finish my foundation with my accent highlight. It's just a lighter, brighter shade compared to my main highlight. So it replaces your concealer. So I'm wearing the shade Linen, and I am just going to strategically fill in the gaps that doesn't have any makeup because we're going for one layer. And I'm going to use this smaller end of the 3D brush. It's a dome edge, so it's going to go into certain areas really nicely. So I added my accent highlight in the T-zone, just in between my eyebrows, brought it down my nose, and then when I went under the eye, I didn't really need to apply much product. I just focused it on the very inner corner, and what I had left over, I brought it on the outer corner for that lift. So sometimes when you use 3D foundation, you have to change the way you've used foundation in the past. You don't have to use a ton. In fact, I'm not quite done blending. So after I apply my foundation, I can either move forward and add some bronzer and blush. If you have oily skin though, you're gonna wanna stop right there, and you're going to want to set this with a little bit of powder. That way it has a matte finish and it's going to do really well in the humidity. So this is our Perfector sponge. It is our version of the Beauty Blender. I get it damp, squeeze the excess water out, and then I just take that sponge and lightly bounce it all over my face to continue blending the cream so it looks flawless. And then this is also going to help perfect your look. So it's going to take extra product off your face that you don't need. And you can see there's just a little bit of makeup on there. And so it took that excess off. That way my skin is really letting it shine. So don't skip the step of blending your makeup and also getting any excess product off. And then I'm gonna spray my face with my setting spray now. You can set it at the very end of applying your bronzer and blush, but because I have oily skin and I want to tame that down, I'm gonna spray with our setting spray. That's just gonna lock in the makeup so that it lasts all day long, because cream makeup does have to be set with either a setting spray or a setting powder. I do a little bit of both because of my oily skin. This cream is really good for oily skin, but instead of having that dewy, glowy finish, I tend to have more of a shine. And so I'm gonna spray with the spray, let it dry for a second, and then I'm going to set it with my setting powder just where I want to control the shine a bit before I add my other products. So after I set my makeup is where you can have fun. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more bronzer. I know I started off my look with some bronzer. I'm just gonna tap just a little bit more and really warm my face up. If your neck and face don't match up, Also put a little bit of bronzer on your neck. You can use a really fluffy brush to do that. And then just a little bit, just to give it a nice summer glow. With cream makeup, you can always build. So now I'm going to move on to my lip and cheek. So on this bottom level of the compact, I've got this lip and cheek. This is the shade Madrid. It is the perfect shade for summer. It is a satin finish, so you're going to have a matte finish to it. So you can apply this as your blush and your lipstick. I already have it on my lips, so it's a versatile product. So now I'm just going to take my finger and tap right into Madrid and just put a little bit of that cream blush on the high point of my cheekbone, and then I'm going to blend that out. I like to keep that blush nice and high because it continues the lifted look. And then you can build on it if you want more color, if you want to use less product, you have full control of that. So I'm going to use just a little bit of gloss on top of my lips to really tie in that look. I'm just using this lip plumping gloss from City Beauty, and I love it. It's so hydrating. I'm going to do a really simple summer eyeshadow look. So I use this eyeshadow primer from Urban Decay. Love this stuff. It is a little bit iridescent. It's in the color Sin, terrible name, but I love this as an eyeshadow primer that really helps your colors just shine through. So I'm just going to use a couple colors of eyeshadow from Seint. I'm using the fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is a great brush to apply your eyeshadow. So I'm going to use this fluffy end and go into this peachy matte color Havana. Pick up the product, tap off the excess so you don't have fallout over here, since I already have the rest of my makeup done. And then I'm just going to apply a nice even layer of Havana all over my lid. If you want, you can switch ends of the brush, the smaller edge, and pick it up and then bring it lightly under the eye, just wrap it around. I kept my eye open when I was doing that motion to show you if you've got a hooded eyelid, if the top is resting on the bottom, keep your eye open so you really get that color all the way up there. I'm taking my finger and picking up this beautiful pink shimmer. This is Soulmate. I'm just tapping Soulmate right on the center lower lid, fanning the excess to the top, bring it in a little bit in the inner corner. That's going to last all day and it's going to look so pretty. Using your finger really gets the most product. Optional step, but I'm going to just brighten my eye a little bit more. I'm going to use this champagne shimmer. This is the shade Drift. I'm going to take that smaller end of the eyeshadow brush, pick up Drift, and just focus it on the very inner corner of my eye. And that's just going to really brighten the eye. You can bring a little bit underneath the brow. You can also take that product and just put a little bit at the tip of your nose, if you want down the middle of your nose, just for that little bit of highlight. And I love the shade Drift. It really brightens any eyeshadow look that you're creating. It's optional because I only have 2 shades on right now, but adding that Drift just on the inner corner, you can see the difference in this eye compared to this eye, does make a little bit of a difference. Now to complete my eyeshadow look, I put just the tiniest bit of eyeliner in the inner corner and outer corner. I threw my City Beauty Beyond Mascara. It's a volumizing treatment and mascara, so it's a great skincare product to have on my lower lash line. I wear false lashes from Flutter Habit, and I have a code if you want a discount to try them. But I don't need mascara in the top lash line. But if you need a good mascara, the City Beauty one is wonderful, and you can check out my code in the comment section. So I focused my liner inner to outer, and I'm just wearing L'Oreal's Lenore in black. Last but certainly not least, I'm going to finish with just a little bit of Illuminator. So I'm just going to go into this powder product. This is Starlet, and Starlet is iridescent, and I'm just going to tap the tiniest bit right on the very, very top of my cheekbone. That is it for my one compact of makeup, everything in one place. So I can do my makeup in a matter of minutes. I'm not going through a huge makeup bag. It's all right there. You can do it on the go, in an airplane, in a car. Sounds like I'm reading a Dr. Seuss book. And I really just used one brush. The main brush I used was the 3D brush. I like this brush because it's user-friendly. It's a great starter brush, and it can do just about your entire face, but we have other double-ended brushes that work based on the coverage that you're looking for. If you'd like to get started with this makeup, you can complete my color match form. Just comment match me, and then I will get with you and pick the perfect products for you, your skin tone, and your budget.